Hey, this is Zoog Von Rock from Angelspit. Thanks so much for tuning in. When we first did Nurse Grenade, we were really just mucking around on weekends and we were playing around with music. It was no real big deal. We were taking the ideas from our zines and the music that we were listening to at the time, and we were mulching it all together, and we came out with Nurse Grenade, which was pretty raw and pretty punk. Trunk House was really cool because it was an experiment in industrial rock, the more rock side of industrial. With Blood Death Ivory, we pushed the boundaries of electro a bit more. The songs are a lot less harsh, but they're still really edgy and punchy and electronic. And now with Hideous and Perfect, the music is a lot more punk. We've gone for a much more punk feel. Actually, with Blood Death Ivory, we wanted to write an album that was similar to Nurse Grenade, but it came out different. So with Hideous and Perfect, we've kind of wanted to reflect on something we did 5 years ago and apply what we've learned to that real punk thing, because at the core of it, I think I like punk. I love punk. It's angry, it's rough, it's harsh, it's fast. Love it. That's the sort of thing. And punk on synthesizers is a concept, it's an idea that I really, really, really dig. So I'm really happy with how we've come along. It's all about using the past to propel you into the future. Miss X started because we were looking for makeup that would suit Amelia's complexion, and because her slightly darker complexion, we had trouble finding makeup that was really bang, loud, blam, crazy loud makeup. So we researched makeup and we made our own. And what happened is a lot of people saw it and they decided that they wanted it. So it sort of grew into an industry. Really, when you break it down, there's no difference between wearing a band's makeup and wearing their t-shirt. They are Angelspit colors. Reds, the whites, the blacks, and the greys are right on par with what Angelspit does, and they're all the stuff that Amelia wears. As far as the jewelry goes, much of the jewelry was taken from the artwork that was on the back of a lot of the CDs. For example, there's a great big crest in the back of Blood Death Ivory. That became the crest necklace. There's scalpels and words and all other things that adorn the other CDs. We laser cut them out of perspex and turn them into jewelry. So it's all Angelspit merch from all the CDs. It's pure Angelspit image. After the KMFDM tour, I kind of fell in love with New York City, as I think so many people do. It is such an amazingly cool place. New York is not really full of Americans, it's full of New Yorkers. Everybody who's a bit weird and a bit now for the USA moves to New York. And I think there's a certain attitude here that everybody comes with the attitude before they even come to New York. So there are people here from all over the world who have the same attitude, and it's just this wonderful big hot pot of craziness. So I'm going to try and stay in New York for as long as I possibly can. At the moment, Amelia's living in London because she loves London, and for the same reasons. We're always Skyping each other and talking to each other. There's a whole bunch of new Angelspit stuff coming out, and we plan on touring the US soon and also doing some more gigs of London and England and indeed Europe. It will rock. I'd eat the corpses. No, actually, what I would do is I would get the bodies and put robotics in the vital parts and put microprocessors in them so that they would become my automated zombie slaves. The objective with the new remix CD was to do something totally different. We wanted to grab all the songs off Hideous and Perfect and treat them differently. We wanted to push things into electro-punk as much as we could. We're listening to a lot of Electroclash right now. That shit is so cool. There's some fantastic bass lines, some really big fat synths, and they do things to the synths that are wonderful. And the drums, what they do to the vocals, it's really, really cool stuff. So the objective of the exercise was to apply that to Angelspit music. Then on top of that, we wanted to push it into new areas as well. Something that we are really big on is building our own instruments, building electronic instruments and also building acoustic instruments. And there were 2 tracks off the new album. There are 3 brand new instrumentals that have not been heard, and there's 1 brand new vocal track that hasn't been heard either. So there's 4 new tracks. 3 of them are instrumentals, and 2 of those instrumentals are built almost completely off instruments that we have created ourselves, which is a really awesome new approach. Like, there's no tuning, there's all of these things that you don't have to worry about because you're in control, because you build the instrument. There's a song on it called 2600 that we're really happy with, which is basically us going to war with the modular synth, and we recorded it live. So it's a great big analog synthesizer being tortured live, and then Destroy X just vocal jams over the top of it. So that's something really cool that we've never done before, which is really exciting. Then there's another track called Massive, which is, it's a funk track. It's something completely different. We've also with all of our remixes, we have attacked them really brutally in a way that to really strip them back and do big, broad brushstrokes with a sledgehammer. Normally with Angelspit, we use a scalpel a lot, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of attention paid to detail. But what we wanted to do on this one was make big impacting sounds. It was a really cool exercise because now we can take this and we can move on in all of our new material has this new really exciting freshness to it, as you will hear on the 4 new tracks of Larva, Pupa, Tank Coffin. Thank you so much for your time. You rock completely.
I was not born, I was hatched.